Hello, lovely people. Welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie. I teach you handstands, and today I am going to share my stretching routine for you. So if this is a little bit too challenging, I have inserted a link in the description box below to my easier stretching routines, but this is my athlete's stretching routine for you. So I usually start just by really rolling the shoulders, similar to how I do this with you here in my classes, but I make these shoulder circuits really big. Like my shoulders here in front are almost touching, and I want to squeeze my shoulder blades together at the back here as much as possible. And I do this quite fast. So all of these stretches here, I tend to not hold the positions for long. It's really to get my body ready for the work I do, for the one-arm handstands and flexibility things that I do. And then I create really big circles here, and my focus here is to really pull to the back in this horizontal plane. So I'm not too bothered here about the top. I just open my shoulders, but here, this is where I really try to get the biggest stretch. This is my focus. Here I fold my chin to the front as much as possible. I actually lean to the front with my body to really get the most out of this. Then I do arm swings with legs a little bit wider than hip width. And if you haven't done these before, just be a bit careful. Keep a micro bend in your elbow. And I, again, try to hit the spot here in the diagonal that really gets my pecs. Like today, my pecs are super sore, so this is something I really feel. And I've always done these dynamic warm-ups for my shoulders because it really gives me a good combination of stretching and mobility and also just moving the joints simply. So I do this for a few times, then I do the same thing up and down. So again, I do this very vigorously. So if you've never done this before, just be a bit careful. I really whack my arms to the back here to find that opening with the chin folded to the chest. I'm not too bothered about this space, but this is where I really try to get the maximum out of. Then I do the same thing in a diagonal. And again, my focus here are my pecs, a little bit at the top as well. So, but basically I just whack my arms to the back here in a diagonal. And be a bit careful, like I said, but the way I do it, I show you how I do it. I do it like this. We whack the arms to the back. Okay, so after this, my shoulders really feel quite ready. Next thing that I warm up here are my legs. So I do this in combination, legs and wrists at the same time. So I go back and forth here pretty quickly. I do a set of 10. I then really like to rotate my wrists so my hands stay fixed on the floor, but I rotate as if I wanted to twist my hands on the floor, but I keep them fixed. So this just moves the joints in my wrist around in a way that feels like a pretty complete warm-up. I don't do any other warm-up for my wrists. From here then, I sometimes do a quick cat-cow just to sort of get my spine ready. And then from here, I push into my Achilles, into my squat, because I find it really important to warm up my Achilles here and my feet as well. Because even though I do handstands, I find my feet need to be alive and active for my body to function properly. So those of you who studied fascia a little bit know that the feet are a really important point in relaxing and taking good care of your fascia. So here I move my knees to the floor and I create a really big stretch for my feet, for the Achilles, and it's kind of like I'm massaging my hands and my feet at the same time into the floor. It activates my shoulders as well at the same time. From here then I push back into my first forward fold of the day, which is always very important to me. The first forward fold is always a fold where I really feel the full hamstring stretch here. And then I bend my knees and I allow my chest to really rest here on my thighs, and I completely relax over. So for me, this is really an important activation of the spine. In essence, it's just stretching and lengthening the spine, but really feeling as if someone's pulling my spine into two directions. I completely relax over here. Sometimes I hold on here to my elbows to get my absolute deepest forward fold of the day. Then I bend my knees here, keeping the other leg straight. This gives me a nerve stretch. I find my nerve stretches here in the legs very important to get started. And then I straight away go to a hip opener where I place my foot here in the center between the hands in a triangle. And then I really push that leg to the side, getting a full hip opening. So I just do these quickly, really. And this, with this opposition, gives me a stretch across the shoulder as well. And then sometimes I straighten. So I just quickly show you here from the front. So it's really just a hip opener. And I straighten the legs. And throughout my stretches, I always alternate between pointing and flexing, because flexing really gives me a bigger stretch. I then go to the floor here, where I do a very quick roll here on my lower back. So this is also essential for me. I pretty much can't do my handstand training without this, massaging the lower back here into the floor. And then I move on to just a few simple leg stretches. So I do these really pretty quickly. So here, you know this one, folding the leg through. But then what I do, I turn around to show you properly. From here, I then pull this whole configuration to the side until my foot touches the mat. I feed my arms through here, my hands through, until I can rotate my palm towards my thigh. So my hand is here on my thigh. And then I can push, really get my arm in here. And then I can push the knee out. This hip I can push back to the floor. And my shoulders I also push onto the floor while squeezing this leg here in with my elbow. So this is like one of the most complete stretches for my hips that I can get. I think it's gonna be too intense for most people, but I have to basically do this every day for my body. Then I release the arm and then I push my knee towards me, keeping my hip on the floor. So this cracks my spine a little bit, which I experience as pleasant. And then the other side. So I try and show you again here from a different angle. So this is just the leg across the knee stretch. And then flex. And then I aim for this foot to touch the floor. Touch the floor, get really close to me. Feed my arm through until my palm here touches my thigh. Push this knee away. Squeeze this elbow in towards me. Complete pretzel stretch. Great. My hips feel ready. Then I pretty quickly go into some simple yoga inspired stretches. So usually I go from a downward facing dog and I try to get my biggest stretch here all the way up. I go onto my toes, get the smallest compression possible, place the foot on the floor, and then straight away find a very deep lunge here, putting the knee onto the floor. And here I aim at pushing my hip towards the floor. So I twist and come back and really try to get this very deep stretch here. And then one more time, front on. And from here, I straight away go to, in yoga, it's called a pyramid pose, both feet facing the front, getting a very deep stretch here. And here I move into the front space and into the diagonal space. The front space and the diagonal space a few times quickly. From here, I set the knee one more time down. Elbows onto the floor. And then I take the middle, the inside elbow, so the elbow that is between my arm and my foot, that's the left one here in my case, and I completely rotate to the back. I try and get my hip as close as possible to the floor. I try and get this knee as close to my face as possible. Again, a very deep stretch and fold. I'll show you on the other side in a second. And then I change legs. Again, here now we have a big stretch, a big compression. Set the knee on the floor. And first deep lunge in the center, then trying to get the hip onto the floor. And then coming back to center, straight legs, front space, diagonal, front space, diagonal, front space, diagonal. That's kind of as many as I do. Set the knee back onto the floor, and then the elbows onto the floor, and then to the back. Okay, great. Coming up. I then just move to a wall or anywhere where I can hold onto when I do a stretch for my thighs. And for this, so commonly this stretch is done by just holding on to the leg and keeping it parallel to the knees. And what I do is I hook the leg already quite far to the back here. I flex it so that I can get a better grip. I put it really close to me, really tap the hips, then I lean to the front. Tucking the hips as much as possible. Getting the hips really square, tucking the hips. So because this stretch basically doesn't do very much for me, I need the flex, I need a really strong hip tuck, and I need to move to the front to feel this stretch. Other side, same thing. Flex. Already here, I get a very big, strong hip tuck. Move to the back. And here, in fact, I get my biggest stretch. This is a little bit different. I can square the hips, but here, this is where I get my biggest stretch, where I can really tuck and really pull that flexed foot towards me. Okay, great. Then I usually do a bridge. This is the only shoulder stretch I do before handstands. My bridge on the toes, move to the front, settle the hips as low as possible, push into the front space, and that's it. That is all the bridging I do. And last thing I warm up is my straddle. I like to have my straddle very strong and open for my handstands to do all the straddle, side bends, different positions. So I have to have that warmed up really well. I start from this Cossack stretch. Some of you may know. So here I have my foot next to me, not underneath me. This knee is pointing up to the ceiling. This elbow pushes this knee to the back, and my chest is coming to the front as much as possible. So the way I do it is my chest is almost touching the floor so that I can get the biggest push possible here with this elbow into the knee. So this is how I do this stretch. Other side, same thing. And that's it. I don't hold any longer than that. And then next I do just simple side stretches. I do one to the side, look at the ceiling, all the while keeping this knee firmly on the floor. Look at the ceiling, turn to the leg, take the outside of the foot, push the toe to the front so that I can really pull. So basically, when I'm here, this is an okay stretch, but not a strong stretch. I need a stronger stretch. So I point my toe deliberately, which pulls me to the front, pulls me to the front so that I can then pull and lean back, feeling this stretch all across through the shoulder, the back, and into my hips. And this as well, here I can change position, turning a bit more towards the ceiling or turning towards the leg, and I can get a complete stretch almost across all the muscles of my back and the side in this position. And the other side, same thing here. Simple stretch to the side, looking at the ceiling, looking at the leg, taking the outside of the foot, really pointing the toe, pulling to the back, and then moving across all of the positions from facing the mat here with my chest, and then opening up, trying to open up towards the ceiling. So this again gives me a complete stretch all my muscles here in the back. From here then, I just do a simple straddle, and I just again try to pass through all of the positions pretty quickly. I move to the front, I move into the diagonal, deep diagonal space where I really try to line up with my leg here as I roll to the inside. Same thing on the other side. One to the diagonal, onto the leg, roll to the inside, really pull. One more time, the middle. All right, ready. These are the stretches I do as a warm-up, and my goal here is mostly to find stretches that give me a complete stretch of an entire body part. So a lot of these stretches came from my years of training in very, very different disciplines, from yoga to martial arts to dance. And I have kind of compiled this in a way so that within 5 to 10 minutes of my warm-up, I get a complete stretch so that every body part kind of gets an all-surround stretch. My joints feel like they have moved into every position that I'm going to move in my training. And you can compile this yourself by listening to your body and feeling every stretch. So a stretch, and this is what I want to give to you as a takeaway, a stretch is not a position. A stretch is a very alive and moving thing. So you always look for space within a stretch, and you always want to aim at moving towards a muscle group and then to the sort of other side of the muscle group. So you can think of every stretch as a spiral and look for the spiral. Where can you go and retreat and go and retreat? And if you sort of have this approach to stretching, to think of it as a spiraling motion rather than a hold, you can really make the most of it for your body and find a warm-up that is really efficient, time efficient, but also the best for your body. So I hope you enjoyed this. I do have a 10-day splits routine here on YouTube, which I will put in the description box below. If you like this video, please share it with a friend. Check out my other videos and my expertly handstand videos on Vimeo. And with that, I wish you a fantastic day.